Okay, welcome back. I got a pretty good little interesting Vice story here. It's kind of funny, get a chuckle out of it. It's not gross, so you can have people that sit in the room if you like. We have a lot of divisions, and some divisions, each division has a small Vice unit. And sometimes the Vice unit gets burnt. In other words, the officers, only 4 officers in each Vice unit, more or less. And sometimes they get used up where they're identified, and you can't use them anymore on certain locations because they make arrests and whatever. So we got a call. And so my partner and I drove up to, with one of our supervisors, drove up to another division and met a supervisor. This is going to be a tale of a really stupid supervisor. Okay, well, I'm sure you've all had dumb supervisors. Just because they're a supervisor doesn't mean they're any smarter. Okay, I found that out real fast. And he said that he had a large department store and got a complaint that there was a guy comes once in a while in there and exposes himself in the bathroom, plays with himself. And all his Vice cops are burnt. In other words, they're identified, so he needs to get new faces. So, okay, it's simple. So we said, okay, where are we going? So this is a normal complaint. We've done this before. So my partner and I go down to this large department store, a big not a strip mall, but a mall, and one of those department stores. And we walk in and we walk around like we're looking to buy stuff, okay? And we're near the men's restroom. And we see a guy walking around. And my partner was the operator. So some of the story I'm going to tell you what he told me, and some of it I saw, just so you know. So my partner's nearest the bathroom again, and I'm kind of farther in the stacks, looking in the racks, watching my partner. And again, like I said before, most people go to the bathroom. Most men, they go right to the bathroom and they leave. You do not loiter around the front of the bathroom. You don't smile at the guy standing next to the front. You don't look at his crotch. That's what guys that want to have action do. And it's just that simple. I'm getting simpler than that. Attorneys will tell you different. Now they're full of crap. Okay, so this guy's walking around. Our partner told me they gave him a crotch. We call it a crotch stare, kind of an inside joke, but anyway. And the guy in the suit goes in. So partner gives me a signal. He goes in. I move up. Like we said before, we're getting our position. He wasn't in there more than 10 seconds. I hear my partner coughing. Okay, what he had done is he was playing with himself. My partner walked in, motioned him to come over, and partner gave him a nod, coughed, and then I came in. And again, there's only one door between him and freedom, or between where he's at and freedom. And we're standing there, 400 pounds of beef on the hoof. He ain't gonna get by. And he tried to. He's trying to put it away. He's trying to get through us. And no, we put him against the wall. We cuffed him up, and it was over. And now he's kind of like, not crying, but he's really down. He can barely walk. You see it on cops. Come on, get up. Don't fake it you can't walk. I mean, come on. So we take him to the car, and we go down to the other station. And we get there, and our supervisor, he comes out. Hey, you got one? Oh, yeah, we got him. He's in a suit. This is exactly what we had complained to us. Perfect. So we're putting him there's a bench outside the jail. We're putting him down there. We're going to start getting some information on him. Here comes the supervisor of that Vice unit. He comes out. He looks down at this guy, and the guy looks at him, and the Vice supervisor says, I'll make up a name, Jones. He goes, Mr. Jones. And the guy looks up and says, Sergeant J. And the sergeant looks at us, what's he doing here? And we go, we caught him playing with himself. I have to talk to you guys. So our supervisor comes, we go into a room. We've got this, I call him an idiot supervisor, not too bright, my supervisor, and we're standing there. He goes, what was he doing? So we explain what he did. This is amazing. And my sergeant goes, what do you mean amazing? This is what you called us for. Well, he's the manager of the store. And we're going, okay. He came in 2 weeks ago and said he had a problem in one of the restrooms and wanted us to investigate it. And I said, okay. The sergeant said, okay. And so I introduced him to the Vice officers as a courtesy, and then he left. And my supervisor goes, I'll call this, I think the sergeant's name was, I'll call him Jay. He goes, Jay, he came here to find out what your Vice cops look like. He looked like, what? It was, yes. His mission was to get in here and see what Vice cops, so that when he's over there doing his thing, he knows who the cops are. And he was flabbergasted that somebody would do that. And I'm going, what? And later on, when I became a supervisor, my undercover officers are sacred. I never even got, once they made a arrest or got a violation, I kept them in a van, I kept them off the street, and I took them away, because those are a valuable asset. You can't use them and sit them out in the corner. Like when you watch cops and they have an undercover officer, he's standing around when they're making the arrest. No, because you're going to have to use that cop again. If he's a really good operator, you can use him 10 times before the crooks figure out who it is. So you don't just burn them. So they burn these cops, 4 of them, right out of the gate. And so he goes, well, I guess we have to book him, huh? And I go, my sergeant goes, yes, he's going to get booked. And you need to not introduce your people to possible vice complaints. He just stood there flabbergasted, and so did we. So we get out, we booked him in, we didn't take long, and then we get in our car to come back. And my supervisor's driving, we're in the car, and again, I had a really nice supervisor, Christian guy, Bible guy, really nice guy. And he hardly never swore, I never saw him swear. Really nice guy. And he's driving back and he goes, what an idiot. I can't believe it. And I'm going, we just started laughing. He goes, I had to hold back. I couldn't believe that someone's that stupid. I said, yeah, and he's supervisor. Yeah, and he's a supervisor. And then he told us, well, hope you guys never do that. We said, boss, we will never do that. You do not do that. So it's interesting what people try to play you. And this guy, this manager, played that sergeant and got to see his guys, and he got a couple of weeks of freedom until my partner and I got on there and got him. So just an interesting story. Again, you never know what's going on or who you're talking to. Anyway, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.